Okay, so I tried to do this video earlier today at work, and you couldn't even hear because of all the machines in the background. But I remember when LOL first became a thing, the actual initials LOL. This is when I first moved to Dallas, and I was friends with Beto Davis, the guy we took to Atlanta Pride. And I sent him, this was before text messaging. We had to email each other. And I kept emailing him LOL. And one day I was talking to him on the phone. He was like, "What the fuck is law? Why do you keep sending me law?" I said, "It means laugh out loud." Laugh out loud? I don't understand what that means. I was like, "It's how you let somebody know that something is funny." He said, "So you put LOL." I was like, "Yeah." And then I sent him the other initial messages like LMAO, the one for rolling on the floor. And all that. He was like, "What the fuck is all of this shit? This shit don't make no sense." He's like, I'm not using that bullshit. That is dumb as fuck. I'm not using that shit." So, anyway, that was before text messaging. That was right around the time I moved to Dallas. What else was it? Of course, eventually he started using it, of course, because we text each other like later, whatever, and and what else was it? There was no picture mail back then. Of course, now it's just sending somebody a picture, but it was called picture mail back then. I remember when picture mail became available because this was back when Sprint, on your Sprint account, every picture mail and text message that you sent was on your account. So, oh yes. So, if you didn't want nobody to know what the fuck you was talking about, you had to go into your account. Oh, right. Now, yesterday, when I was walking, I wasn't talking on the phone. No traffic. Again, today. Anyway, you had to log into your account, delete all your text messages, so when nobody knows what you was talking about. So, you send somebody a nude. Or someone sent one to you. You had to log into your account online at the Sprint website. Delete the text message with the picture in it. Go into the trash, delete it from the trash. And you also had to delete it from the archive. If you didn't, it just stayed on there. So if somebody gets your password, they could go onto the website, see all your shit. Now what's crazy is I see stuff like Telegram and WhatsApp or whatever now, and it's about, oh, it's all privacy, nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. I feel like traffic. I feel like I think it's bullshit because, well, can't nobody see what you're talking about? Somebody somewhere can, because once upon a time, before that shit is what it is today, it was somewhere and somebody was reading it. So I just have a hard time believing that nobody sees anything. Wow. My friend Fitzgerald, he had a side date that worked at Sprint, the same way that Peanut worked at Sprint. He had a side date that worked at Sprint. They gave him his boyfriend at the time, gave him his boyfriend's passcode, and he went on to the Sprint website and was seeing all his messages, pictures, and everything he was sending to somebody, and he used it to break up with him. What else was, oh, child, yes, on the house phone. Okay, this is back when we used to have a house phone. Oh my gosh, a sinkhole. Everybody didn't have a cell phone back then. So, okay, in my lifetime, we went from one house phone to several phones in the house to no phones in the house, and everybody got cell phones. Back then, nobody didn't have no cell phones didn't exist. I remember back before cell phones was what they are now. There was no cell phones. Then there was those big cell phones that the comedians talk about. It was just so funny. My dad had one of those. I remember my first bitch out of my friend group, baby. Who had a cell phone? Sean had a cell phone first. He had a cloned cell phone. He didn't have no regular cell phone. He knew somebody in the neighborhood, I think it was in the projects. You pay them like $50 to $100 a month, and they will clone a phone for you. So you was using somebody else's service, but you was paying that person for a cell phone. He was like, you want a clone phone? It's the only thing is, sometimes you get phone calls for somebody else, and you don't get no local phone number. It'll be like a Chicago phone number. I was like, no, that's okay. I'm good. I'll just wait. He was the first one to get a cell phone. Then I had a cell phone. I had a Sprint one. I was surprised that Sprint had ran my credit and they had approved me. Baby, minutes back then was a mess. You had to wait till 9 o'clock to talk to somebody. And then you get, because they child, you get like 500 minutes in the daytime. For a fucking month, you get 500 minutes in the daytime to talk on the phone. And if you went over, they charge your ass long distance.